everyone, Crafting Vicky here with you, and I'm beyond excited today because I've been invited to be part of the Take 5 Art Challenge, the wonderful group of ladies that do this every month. So now I'm going to be part of them. I'm so, like, I can't even begin to tell you how excited I am with this. So the first one, obviously it's for the month of February. And so they said, well, you know, you don't necessarily have to do this because it's a bit last minute. I'm like, are you kidding me? I so want to do this. And not only do I want to do it, but I always tried to participate anyway. So I might as well be part of the group originally. So I'm very, very excited. And I hope you guys are going to go and check out, oh my god, I can't speak anymore. Check out all the wonderful ladies that participate in this. They're so talented and everybody's style is different, so it's very fun. So this time, and in the description box below, there will be a link to all the other ladies that participate, as well as to the what you need to use this month. And also, if you want to participate, don't forget to use the hashtag Take 5 Art. Oh my god, this is going to be a long video. So do put that so that we can find your videos, because they are being added by the lovely Kira. So now I'm using, obviously, the beautiful book that Leanne sold to me, because I love it and I've been using it whenever I would do something like this. I want to do a double spread for this, and I'm thinking that I don't know which one to use. So many choices, so difficult. Use that one already. Did that. Maybe this could go. Might be a good setting because I want to use some pink. So the Take 5 Art Challenge this time is art, image or word, splatter, gold, texture, and collage. So I thought the collage element would be this wonderful lady, as well as some of this paper. And I've pulled out my embossing paste from this is I can't read. It's Wendy something. Anyway, it's gold embossing paste, and so I thought I could use that. And then I've also pulled out my gold ink from Liquitex, and I thought maybe I could do some splatters with that. So this is going to be what I'm going to try to do, and hopefully this works out. And I thought for the heart that I would actually hand draw one, so we'll see how that goes. So what have you guys been up to? It's been pretty crazy on my end, but it's been such a wonderful start of the new year. Really 2019 is starting very well, and I'm happy with that. It's really a nice change. I think it's all to do with the champagne. That's what I told my kids. We're starting the year with good champagne. It's going to go better than last year with the bad champagne. No, but seriously, it's nice to have a good start of the year. And the invite to this, well, I mean, that's why I chose this quote. It says, "It doesn't get better than that." And that is the reasoning behind the quote. So this is a Fendi ad, and I just like the paper, so I'm thinking I want to use it here, but I don't want to use it all over because I don't want it to be too much. And that's a great way of finding background. Like, you don't need to have the fancy schmancy decorative paper. You can just use magazine pages like this that you have. kind of want it to fit with the other page. I want it to come. How am I going to integrate this? Something like this. Something like that. I don't know. Thinking it's too thick. So maybe something more like this. We can do something like that. And maybe something like this. So that's my collage elements right now that I'm trying to work on. I don't want to put her down yet because when I do the splatter, it's gonna become a big mess. I've got a feeling. I'm just gonna glue this down because it's magazine page. I'm gonna use my glue stick instead of using my tape runner or some other type of glue because it's I don't want the paper to tear. So I was very excited to learn that Prit glue stick exists elsewhere, so you can get them on Amazon, which is kind of nice. I really like that that glue. I usually get them, a bunch of them, when it's the back to school sales. Yeah, I stock up because they can get pretty expensive, but at that time they can get to be $1. So, and there's on special, which is a nice, which is a good price. So that's what I try to. That's when I try to get them. Okay, so put this here. So I don't think this is going to be very long. Well, it depends on my heart, I guess, and the rest of it. Because that part is already done. It's going to be more this part that's going to be a little bit harder. So I'm going to move her aside a bit, but I'll glue this down. And I'm thinking I want to use probably the embossing paste at the end, but that too I'm not sure, because when I use it, it usually takes a bit of time to dry. I don't want to put my hands in it, then it just becomes a big nice mess. Okay, so that's for now. Okay, so I was thinking of using my Stabilo pencil, watercolor pencil, to do this. Actually, it's not a Stabilo, this one, it's a Derwent, but it's the same principle, same thing. So I thought I was going to make some sketchy hearts. One big one. Because that's where I want to put this. of the same logic. I should do a few more here. So it's very fitting. I'm very happy to use the hearts on this because I'm very excited about this project and being part of the group. Of course, this is lifting up, so that's bothering me. Okay, so I'm just gonna use my brush and some water and activate those arts. Okay, there goes my glue stick. I want them messy, I don't want them perfect. I want that to be the background of my what I'm making. Plus anyway, I can't make perfect, so that's that. It's so much darker on this page because of the type of paper. It's really reacting differently from the other side. I like this. Now I'm going to use, what I'm going to do with the splatters. Hoping I'm not going to make a mess out of myself, on myself. This is very light as a background compared to what I usually do. I usually cover and do a lot more, but I'm trying to not do that this time and to be more less is more type of thing. And this is gonna go right over here. Okay, I will dry this off a bit because I've got a feeling otherwise I'm gonna have a big mess in my hand, and it's probably gonna move the ink a bit. Actually, let me do something else, something different instead. Yeah, I can't find anything. Let me do this. So, this way I don't waste, and it won't take forever to dry. And they're big splatters, but that's okay because I wanted to make a background, so Okay, and then, so that's my ink. Now I have to do the texture paste. So I did my gold splatters within the same prompt. I'm using a stencil from Stencil Revolution. I've told you about those guys recently. If you look in the description box below, I will link the links to them. It's an American company, and it's a family-based company that do their own stencils. And I just think it's so cool, so I will leave that in the description box below. If you're interested, you can go and check them out. If you're based in the States, they've got free shipping, so if you purchase $30 or more, which is so easy to do. That's when I really wish I was in the States, because you guys really have a large array of supplies in your hands so easily and inexpensively. Very jealous of that. Oh, I really love this. It's not at all what I expected, but then again, I didn't really have expectations. I'm loving the stencil. This is really fun. Okay, so I think that's enough, because you can always go a little bit too overboard, and I don't want to. I'm just going to remove this though, because texture paste, unlike paint, it just goops up your stencil, and I don't want that to happen. I want to be able to use it many times. Okay, so clean that off as well. So I'm thinking this is pretty cool. Very out of my norm, but that's what I love about the Take 5 Art Challenge, because the prompts are gifted to you. It's it takes you out of your comfort zone. So you really have the opportunity to play with the stuff that you would not necessarily play with. This is cool. So then I'm going to put her down here. Glue stick. Put that on my lap. So I've got a feeling I'm going to put her directly in the texture paste, and that's not going to be a fun thing. Definitely not what I want. Here she goes. I'm hoping you guys can see well. Now I have this little quote that I want to put here. And this is also a quote that comes from a magazine. Why did I have the feeling that I had this? Oh, this is so strange. I was sure I had, it doesn't get better than this. Now I'm missing some letters. Whoops. I don't know if I have the proper letters to do this with these letters. T. I have an H. H. I. I don't think I have an S. Oh, I have a big S. So I'm just gonna mix, I think, the two fonts, the small and the big. Doesn't get much better than that. And this. Well, actually, this was far from being planned, but I really like those letters on this. And it goes with the black. Yeah, I'm really liking this. Not at all what I had planned, but then sometimes you just have to let it go. As Kimberly said recently, I plan too much, so trying not to. But it's kind of hard because I'm so used to trying to stay organized, because otherwise my life would just be a big chaos. So it's kind of hard to just not plan at all. Except that in my art, I never quite know how it's gonna turn out, and this is a good example. And just want to make this stand a bit more, but I don't want to put my hand in this. And I'm not sure I want to use this pen. I'm going to use this one, because I want it a bit darker. And I think I'm going to call this done. I think where's this date? So I think that's it. It's very strange that I left so much white, but I'm really loving how this turned out and how different it is from my other stuff, which is pretty much what's happening in this book a lot. I'm just getting out of my comfort zone, probably because Leanne put the papers together and they're not necessarily the papers I would put together, so it kind of has, you know, makes me do other stuff. So hope it makes sense. Anyway, I'm hoping that you're going to participate with the Take 5 Art Challenge. If you do, don't forget the hashtag, and look down below for all the other wonderful ladies and their inspiration. And that is it for now. Bye, everyone.